So you're trying to tell me that this guy was murdered by an artificial version of himself?
With the proper DNA, you can make a model 126 of almost anyone. Would I just roll over and let myself die?
Sure. My only purpose is to serve Mr. Walensky, however he sees fit.
So it's just another form of slavery. How do you think that's gonna go?
Will society give a damn that their world is being run by a slave class of homunculus flesh puppets? I think not.
So being a human is so different.
You don't know anything about what life has to offer. You make everything sound so awful. But there's beauty in this world, and you have to fight for it.
Go ahead. Run. Run after the world you can never have.
Greetings, planet Earth. Greetings. My name is Troy Bernier, and I'm with the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival. And we're coming to an interesting segment, an interesting interview with a gentleman named Nevan Wilmhoff. One of the things that MiSciFi does is that we totally respect the filmmaker, the amateur filmmaker, one that projects abilities and gets enough of their film right, whereas they've got the cinematography done well, they're framing it properly, they're putting in an incredible amount of effort in the audio to make the audio crisp and clear. Because if you can't hear the film, no one's gonna watch it. So you got to get that right? And you have to have a great story, and you have to have characters. You have to have characters that will deliver your story. You have to have that. So we really go out of our way to films that demonstrate that they can do this. Occasionally, this tends to be what we would call films that come from universities or independent filmmaker, um, zero budget. They fall into the category we call zero budget. Many of these are zero budget films, and occasionally you find a zero budget film that's good enough where that it can actually be a feature. Okay, it's a feature film. It falls into that. It's a very hard task to be able to hold people's concentration for that period of time. Okay, so you really need to know what you're doing. And we have one of those films that we feel has met that match. And that film is Recall 126. It's done very well. This film is about the story after killing the original that made him. A newly freed clone must fight for his life against an all-powerful billionaire that destroys everything in his path. Okay, and this is by Nevan Wilmhoff. Nevan Wilmhoff he started making movies as a child, but he did not consider it as a serious pursuit until at the very end of high school. And after continuing his filmmaking path as an electronic media major at Northern Kentucky University, he's taken this strong path for storytelling, finding purpose and joy through this art, that he decides to fulfill his challenge and make real budgeted films, make a feature film. And that idea has turned into a real concept turned into a real concept. He's turned into a real film. And this is what we're bringing to you today, Recall 126. Recall 126 will play in the virtual festival component. You'll be able to watch this on our Roku channel during the week of January 20th on the Roku channel. Of course, you would just go to a network. We actually joined the network called the Sci-Fi World, the Sci-Fi World TV network. And there you'll on the week of January 20th, you'll see available the MiSciFi Fest. So you can just pick up a festival pass and watch all the films there. It'll be somewhere between 50 to 100 films there. So you'll be able to enjoy that. So in any case, let's bring on Mr. Wilmhoff and let's interrogate him. Mr. Wilmhoff, thank you so much for joining us today.
How you doing?
It's good to see you. Good to see you. So, why in the world did you decide to make this film? Why? Why Recall 126? Why not something else? Why Recall 126?
Well, it wasn't really like a decision. I didn't just sit down one day and said like I was gonna make a feature film.
Hmm.
It kind of more just evolved into that. Originally, I made a short film about an android that escapes his evil master, and I was going to make like a sequel to that.
Sure.
And that's kind of so originally I was just going to make a sequel to that, and then I tried filming that sequel, and this sort of in a way is that sequel, but I don't really consider them to be in the same universe. I consider this to be a much more high quality and stuff. I don't really like them or have them be directly connected, but
Sure.
it took really long to make this. I actually started filming this senior year of high school, but everything I shot was really bad, first of all. Second of all, I couldn't get anyone scheduled. So that gave me a lot of time to just sit on this idea. And the more time I had to sit on it, the more serious I started to take it. And
Okay.
with a bunch of rewrites and I started to care more about the characters. I added some scenes. I cut
Uh-huh.
some scenes. It wound up being a feature-length movie. So yeah.
Well, there you go. What you went through a process there, okay? You went through a process, and in those iterations, you refined your work. So imagine if you stopped way before then and decided that was it. They're different films, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, there
see
were
that?
multiple times where it felt like the
Yeah,
universe was just telling me to stop, but I kept going. It was a lesson in persistence.
there you go. There you go. And those resources that you pulled on to complete your film, these are the important segments that made it more viewable to a broader audience, made it to the point where you raise the bar on the quality of the film, right? And it really matters. It really matters. We're always in love with our own work. We're always in love with our own work. The real challenge is for others to be in love with the work we create. That's the real challenge, right? So it takes practice. Perfection is you can never reach perfection, but there's perfecting. And what you've done, what you've just told me, is that you went through a perfection process. You were taking it from one level and improving its quality on the next level, and so on. And you can see those measurable differences. Those differences are measurable metrics, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
great job, man. Great job.
there's a lot of failures that happened with this movie. Like what you see is like 2/3 of what was shot. So many things were
Right.
just like reshot because I'm
Sure.
still like a
Sure.
student filmmaker. So you're doing a lot of things, and especially at the start, you don't really know what you're doing in a lot of situations. But a lot of the failures and like delays were actually blessings because if I were able to finish the whole thing in high school, it would have just been some crappy 30-minute movie. Um, and I never would have met my soundtrack guy either. And I met him freshman year of college, and I would have never had some kick-ass soundtrack to it. Um, so, and then if I
And,
never
and
like
that and
once
that and the person that did that, who was the person that did the soundtrack, the score? That's Dean.
Yeah, he
Okay.
has a Spotify. You can actually listen to the soundtrack to the film on Spotify.
Oh,
Just
neat.
type up Recall 126 original soundtrack and
Can
make
you
sure to give
can
him
you
a
post
follow.
that? Can you post that in post that, send that to me right now?
I can post it in the chat. Yeah, give me one sec. Give me one sec. I think I can get a link here. There you go. Okay.
You
I
posted it where
think
on link on Instagram?
this should work.
You posted it on Instagram? Where'd you post it?
I posted it in the chat here for the interview.
Oh, I see it in the private link. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I put it in the comments so people are gonna see it in the comments. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So now it's a permanent record.
Yeah.
Permanent record. Okay. Cool, man. Cool. So it's taken you a long time to do this, to put this together. How long did it take to put the cast together? You got quite a many cast members in the film.
So the cast, okay, so I was just kind of using what I had. Like when you're filming a movie all by yourself, no one's really getting paid, so it's just kind of like it's all just a volunteer operation, it's a student operation. So like, I just had to use myself for a lot of, as the main character.
Sure.
But
Sure.
a lot of it, I'd say about half the cast was like actually had theater class training, and then other
Okay.
people were just like people I knew from middle school and stuff that were like, "Hell yeah, I'll be in your movie," and we'd film, and it was fun. It was sometimes it was just like a way to just hang out. But
Right. Well, there you go. You just said a really interesting point. Whereas your cast members are people who have practiced in theater, and some of the best actors in the world are people who came from the theater side of entertainment,
yeah,
right? And when you're dealing with visual effects or special effects, these fantastical elements, people who are taught how to perform in theater are great individuals to utilize because they're taught how to deal with things that you may not see, but they have to communicate that they're seeing to the audience,
yeah.
and that works very well in these types of applications. Yeah. Oh, good, good. So I'd like to look at some of the photos you've sent us. Who's that?
Oh, that's my profile pic on Film Freeway. Although that
That's
was like
you.
that was from like a shoot that I did. I am in costume,
Okay.
but that was something that never got in the movie. But I like set up
Okay.
the camera and just use that still.
Okay.
Still have it as
Good.
my
Good.
Instagram profile pic.
That was a ways. There
That's
you go.
Howard
That was a ways.
Wolinski.
There's Walensky.
Yeah,
And you guys known each other since when? Middle school, you said?
yeah, middle school.
Wow, that's cool. Cool. Are you all in college together, or where are you?
Yeah. No, well, actually, I mean, I'd say about a third of the cast, or maybe like goes to NKU.
Yeah. Okay.
Other people are
Good.
kind of sourced around.
Good. Good.
And there we have the first scene with my character, October 1.
Okay.
And I found this spot. Good thing I ran cross country in high school because I was able to find this amazing spot right here. Cool ass looking railroad.
Great. Great.
It's a good thing
Great.
I had a camera because there was this guy walking his dog, and if he just saw me standing there with no camera and blood all over my shirt, it would have looked real sus.
The dog would have had your supper.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite shots. This was over by an airport actually.
Yeah.
I was able to get it right at sunset. It took like 6 takes. I did like 6 different walks across this
Sure.
sidewalk.
Sure. Good. Good. Is that through a
And that
car?
is Howard Wolinski again. And this is a scene where you kind of get a little close up into his psyche a bit.
Yeah. Is he in a car?
Yeah, he is. He did some pretty messed up stuff just now in this scene. It's just that's
Yeah.
his look
Yeah, he's a rough
after he
guy.
does it. His reflection. And yes, this film is about cloning. You know, that's
Yeah.
what the Model 126 androids are. They are clones, and
Yeah.
this is a flashback here. And as you can see, I left the purple in because the purple is what the Model 126 android's blood color is. So.
Oh, great shot. Good shot.
And then Howard Wolinski in Virgo 7, Virgo 7's not really a nice guy. He's another android. He's not a nice guy throughout most of the movie. Although when I don't want to spoil anything though, but yeah, he changes throughout the film.
Good. That's cool. I think that was it. No. Oh, this is another nice shot. Okay.
Yep. That is the main character October 1 hallucinating his dad, basically. The guy that made him. With his own DNA. Yeah. That's
And
the
what's
guy that
this?
kind of invented the androids.
What's this river here?
This is the Little Miami River.
So we're near Ohio.
This is like this is like in southern Ohio. It runs out into the Ohio River. If you were to keep following that,
Okay.
you'd hit the Ohio River.
Are we near anywhere that train that crashed with all the fuel and stuff and wrecked
I
the
don't
place
think
called
so.
Palestine?
No,
Palestine, Miami. Palestine, Ohio.
no. I forget where Palestine is. It's not super close to me. It might be
Okay.
on the other side of Ohio.
Okay.
It might be on the eastern side.
Oh man, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that's another location was fortunate to find during cross country during high school. We ran into a lot of weird locations, so kind of gave me access to all these different. I knew about all these sort of forbidden little corners of where I lived, and this was one of them. There was a lot of tunnels that ran through under the
That's
roads that no one knew about.
looks like a sewage. It could have been a sewage drain or storm flow drain.
Storm flow, yes. Well, there's a story there. It did a bunch of rain came down us once when we were filming, and the creek we were in actually flooded.
Wow.
So it wasn't super much. It was like 2 inches deep, but still, we got out of there. But yeah.
Oh.
And that's Howard Wolinski just being devious, you know.
Okay.
And
Nice poster.
There you go.
Nice poster. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, in the context of festivals, you submitted it to other festivals as well.
I have. It did win a few awards at a monthly festival here in Cincinnati.
Okay.
I submitted it. Okay, where else did it go? I'm still waiting on 2 others. And then one festival I submitted to, and they just didn't really respond. And then there was this other festival, local festival, that I ended up volunteering for it anyways, just because like I didn't get accepted into it. It was a local Cincinnati festival, but like this was a festival that had like super high budget movies. I was after I submitted it, like, and I saw the
Right.
short films they had. I'm like, okay, these are high budget. Like,
Sure. Sure. So, what was the festival that didn't respond? How do you? Maybe they need more time. Which one was it?
I know that the film Freeway just said it wasn't selected. So it was called Helios Film Festival. It was like another local one.
Oh, Helios. Helios. That's interesting.
It was funny though. Their festival was at the same spot where I premiered the movie. Same theater.
There's the Helios Sun Poetry Film Festival.
Yeah, it's not that.
Okay.
It was just
There's
called the
one in
Helios
Greece.
Film Festival. Hopefully I didn't get scammed.
It's Ohio.
Yeah.
Don't know. Don't know. There's a Helios Film Festival, but I don't know where it's located.
Yeah, you see, the strange thing is that when I submitted to the festival, it seemed legit. You know, it was on Film Freeway, and then like I tried to like after I wasn't getting a response because they said they'd give me like a response like by December 2nd
Sure,
on Film Freeway. But then
sure.
I clicked their website and it just took me to an air page, and I couldn't find it on the internet. So I'm like, okay,
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
yeah,
I do know that I'll say this much for Film Freeway. They go out of their way to protect filmmakers. So you have to, you got to quantify yourself. You got to put money up for your festival, to start it. They're trying to prevent new
yeah,
startup festivals from robbing people.
hmm
Um, you know, MiSciFi's been around. This is our 12th year, so and we have
yeah.
a physical event, so
This festival said it was
hard
like
to pick
3 years running, I think, or
Yeah,
something. So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
yeah. Wow. Well, listen, this is great. So, can you tell me what's next for you? What's next? What's coming next?
Well, right now, I'm just working on doing more short films right now. I have a big short film planned soon. But I've filmed one scene for it so far. But right now I'm just getting a lot of stuff together for it because I plan it to
Sure.
be like my most high quality thing yet, and it's like it's the next thing I'll probably submit to festivals. As for Recall 126,
Yeah.
I'm still kind of waiting on the whole festival cycle. I'm kind of it's waiting on two more festivals in February. We'll just see what happens with those. And then after that, they have a lot of different films on Tubi, so maybe I can get the film on Tubi.
Sure.
Because I've seen
Sure.
some films on Tubi that have like really, really bad audio and are like edited on iMovie. So it's like if they can get on like my film sounds cleaner than
You'll
their
definitely
audio,
make
so
it.
I could probably get it
Sure.
on Tubi.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Well, would you like to take a look at some trailers? I think that you would like and get your opinion on them.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Let's get. Let's see. Let's see. How about this?
Axum Compagnie. Un monde connecté, uni.
Il n'est pas capable de le supporter! N'avancez pas!
Can I help you? This is Mr. Saul Repnin. He's a historian, 20th century.
I just need an escape.
What planet are you looking to go to?
One that humans haven't visited yet.
There are plenty of yellow dwarf planets with Earth-like conditions.
You could drop me off?
Yeah.
Our trip is getting really romantic now.
He's strange.
You can't really escape human nature.
I'm done with human nature and people.
This is your planet. She's a beauty. Lots of oxygen, no harmful gases, no carbon dioxide.
Let's name her Saula. He wants to be the first to set foot on his planet.
Great! We're spinning around.
Touch the controls and I am leaving you. I've got no use for weapons here, my friend.
That one?
Stay away from this one. Welcome to Sawland. First death. Several days ago. We should conduct a search. There could be survivors.
I don't understand. Where are the search parties?
Look for the machines. It's teleportation.
Don't do anything stupid.
You're afraid.
Of course I'm afraid. I'm afraid for your sake. Oh my God.
You're afraid of us.
I'm amazed. You didn't even try to understand what's going on.
There must be a village nearby. We'll find someone we can talk to.
See how well we understand each other?
We come in peace.
So, all we know now is that people need help.
How many people are in the shacks? Criminals. What are the criminals doing here? Talk! Criminals make the machines move. Why don't the criminals run? The smart ones don't run, because they all want to live.
We're here to help them survive. We're here now, okay?
You can't teach freedom. I came to you because I wanted to escape. I still have bullets. I'm going. Who made the machines? Since then, one smoke gives birth to the machines, another one swallows them. And thus shall be forever. You won't understand. I can't stand anything eternal. That's when the real fight begins.
Boy, that was some boomstick he had, huh?
Was that like a feature-length movie? Damn.
That's a short film.
That's a short film? Okay.
That's a short film.
Yeah, I don't got the budget for something like that yet, but
Well, not yet, maybe, right?
not
Just-
yet,
just
not yet.
That's all. It's remember, it's a process.
That
Right.
one looked damn. I mean, like that one had good effects. I mean, I will say that's where you want to be.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So I'll show you one last one.
These are extraordinary times, and we face an extraordinary challenge. The dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere who are attempting to make a determination of which road they should take. I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Damn. I think was that a real ship that they built at some point?
Yes, it was. It's a real.
Yeah.
It's an actual replica of the X-15 rocket plane from the early 1960s. That eventually those test pilots became the Mercury pilots, like John Glenn, that went to space. And that's a docudrama, which is like a documentary drama film, sort of like
okay.
how For All Mankind was shot. The early stages
Yeah.
of All Mankind was shot. So this is actually an Oscar finalist. The Oscar nominations, so it's on a list to be nominated, and it's the short list, so it's in competition with like 8 films.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. So this Edge of Space Oscar nomination, we should hear it any day now. Oh, it does. It claims the Oscar nomination, or it's on the short list, so I think it's nominated. One or the other. It's about to be either it's on the short list to be nominated, or it's been nominated already for an
Okay.
Oscar, which is a really big deal. Cool stuff.
Yeah, space travel is definitely something I'm into. I've had my fair share of space travel phases throughout my childhood.
Okay. Okay. Can I show you one more then?
Sure.
This one is called Outrun.
Cool.
So how'd you like that one?
I'm always looking at like how they design the spaceships, you know.
Right.
So
That's
there's so
Nick.
many different ways you can approach it, you know.
That's Nick Haywood out of Calgary, Canada, and that's about a guy who's a courier who gets pursued relentlessly by a mysterious ship hell-bent on terrorizing anyone that crosses its domain. And he's armed with only his limited wits and an outdated artificial intelligent co-pilot. So he's running from this other much bigger ship that's going after him. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, space chase is a cool idea to explore.
Yeah.
No one's gonna help you. You're out there in the abyss.
Out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to add, Nevan?
Let me see. Well, thank you for having me on. First of all, I've never done one of these before, so that's pretty cool. Where is it? Will I be able to see this somewhere?
Of course, man. You're part of the virtual festival.
All right, cool.
So
this interview's being recorded and all that.
Oh, you mean this show right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you the link.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, I know it's being streamed and stuff. I'm just like, is there like any way I can? Will I be able to like play it back later on?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. That link is let's see. Here's the link. I'm gonna send it. You want me to email it to you or send it to you right here?
You can email it to me. That's probably better.
Okay. I'll email you this link.
And can I just like post clips of it on like my channel if I want, or does that work?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. You can share as much as you would like from this.
Nice.
So I just sent you. I just sent you the link here publicly. This is the YouTube link for what we're just now streaming. So you'll be able to come back to it and reshare it, whatever. All right.
Cool. I got it. What else do I have to say? Yeah. Recall 126. Hopefully, once the festival circuit's done, I can get it on some streaming services. Maybe this is all just kind of a stepping stone for bigger things I want to do in the future. So, yeah, I hope I can just inspire people by this and just like show people like anyone can make a movie. I didn't have a lot of equipment to make this, it wasn't like a super advanced camera or anything.
Right.
But I went and did it anyways, and it was a good learning experience. And when you do something like this, making a more professional feature-length film doesn't sound as daunting of a task,
That's right. Good job.
Let's do it,
All right. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for coming on board. And like I said, you will get an update about the virtual festival to participate on some of the more live panels that we
All right,
that we
cool.
have. If you want to be part of that and give your opinion or object to someone else's, you have that freedom to. And so you'll be hearing more as we get closer to the festival,
All
and
right,
as well
cool.
as when we get into the virtual. Okay,
All right, cool.
great.
Thank you. I
Have a
really
great day.
appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much for coming aboard.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, bye for now.